I'm going to show you how to create a Bitmoji classroom that is interactive with links and also how to create buttons to navigate within your Canvas classroom. Okay, so when you open up Canvas, you usually see your dashboard and you'll have your published courses, which right now we have our Canvas teacher training, and if you have any other published courses that you've taken. Down at the bottom, you usually have a workroom, which is your sandbox class. And so that's where you can really play around with it. And you can actually publish this course as well, but this is really for you to get a feel for how to use Canvas. So I'm going to go into my workroom. Now, I have done a little bit in here, so that's why I do have the first week of school right here. That's supposed to be a module. So I have it set up. The home page right now is the course module. That's what I set up. But normally when you create a brand new class, let's see, you can go back and you can actually create a brand new class. Go up here. Oh, wait, where was it? Oh, sorry. You can create a workroom. Okay, that would be creating a brand new class. And I'm just going to create Phelps test for now, just to show you how to start from scratch, brand new, at a workroom. Okay, so this is what you see when you create a brand new class. And it starts off with create a new module. So, but I'm not going to start there yet. I'm actually going to start by going over to where it says pages. So when you're creating your Bitmoji classroom, and we're going to get to that in 1 second, you're going to actually put it onto a page. So you're going to add a page. You can add one right here, or you can go up to the plus sign. Once you add a page, then you'll just start adding them by going up to the plus sign up here. You'll name it whatever you like. I'm going to name mine homepage. And then for now, we're just going to leave it. And then you're going to go into your drive. And I suggest setting up a folder just for Canvas. And then that way you have all of your Canvas materials in one area. You're going to open up a slide, Google Slides. And you can, you don't need the theme, so you can just close out of that. I like to go to layout and then change it to blank, or you can just click on the text boxes and get rid of them. Either way works as long as you just start off with a blank canvas. In order to do the Bitmoji classroom, you will need the Bitmoji app, and you'll also need to get the Bitmoji extension, and it looks like this up here. I can show that in another tutorial. But you will create your classroom. So I'm just going to create a background, and you can upload your own pictures. You can do a Google image search. So I'm just going to search classroom. And let's just do none of them look like my classroom, of course, but it's still fun. I'll just do this one because it's kind of stretched out. I don't really like that one. All right, let's do this one for now. Okay, so once you have a background, and you can add whatever you want. You can insert images, you can insert your own, whatever you want. So you can customize this however you'd like. So for example, here is a Bitmoji classroom scene that I have already created. So this is just to show you how to get that started. This is one that I've been working on, and you can add in whatever you'd like. I've actually also added an ABC line, and up here I even have a link to an ABC song. On my number line, I have a link to a Counting to 100 song. I have a link to a read aloud. I have the book Chrysanthemum and a read aloud to Chrysanthemum. I have a link to Google Drive. I have a link to Think Central, which is where we have Journeys and Go Math. I have a link, or I have an image for Google Meets, so I can link our Google Meets to that. And then right here, I also have this virtual math manipulatives site. So I have that linked as well. I also have our school website linked, and I have GoNoodle linked. So I just have some quick links that, you insert the image, you add the link, you insert the link. I can show that in another video as well. I'm just showing you how to insert your Bitmoji classroom into your Canvas right now to have it active. And these links are all live. So in order for it to work within your Canvas classroom, what you're going to want to do is you will want to go to File, Publish to the Web, and then where it says Auto Advanced Slides, it doesn't really matter because we only have one slide. So I'm just going to change it to every minute because you don't want it to change too much if it does change. And then just restart the slideshow after the last slide. And then that way it stays on there. That way it's not going off after that 1 minute. Don't copy this link. After you choose these settings, you're going to want to go to Embed. Okay. We can change it right here too. So where it says Embed, every minute, restart the slideshow after the last slide. Now, Embed, every minute, restart the slideshow after the last slide. You're going to copy and paste this HTML code. I do Control-C. You can right-click and copy. It doesn't matter which way you do it. Okay, once you Control-C, you're not going to just paste it right into the text box. You're going to go into right here where it looks like the little YouTube video with the music note. This is Upload and Record Media. You're going to click on Embed and paste that code right there. So that's where you embed your code. Click on Submit. And now you have your Bitmoji classroom with the links that are active. Okay. And I like to center everything on mine. So I'm going to highlight this, or let's see. Let's take my cursor, wherever my cursor went. There's my cursor. And I like to center it just because I like everything in the center. Okay, once I have that embedded, I can save it. Now, once I have a home page, I can set that, or once I have a page, actually, I should say, I can set that as my home page. But before I do that, I need to publish it. So publish it. And then go back to View All Pages. You're going to click on the 3 dots right here and then Use as Front Page. But you still have one more step. Click on Home. It's still going to show that module page. You're going to click on Choose Home Page. And then right here where it says Pages Front Page, and look, Home Page, that's what I named it. Click on that and then Save. Okay, so now I have my Bitmoji classroom as my homepage. So when I look at it with the student view, they can see that and they can click on those links as well. So they can click on that read aloud and go to that YouTube video and listen to that read aloud. And this one, of course, has an ad, so the ad always shows up. Okay, so now I'm going to leave the student view. And the next part I want to show you is how to create those buttons to link within Canvas, to go to the pages within Canvas. So these are the external links, and you could use external links with the buttons as well, but I like the buttons to go to modules. So before I create the buttons, I'm going to go to modules. And depending on what you teach, so if you teach specials, you could create modules for each grade level. If you are a classroom teacher, you can create modules for each subject area. If you teach whatever, you could create modules to fit your needs. So I'm going to create modules, and for now, I'm going to create reading. I'm going to create writing. I'm going to create math, phonics, oops. And I'm going to create one that's science, social studies, and health combined. So for now, I'm just going to have these 5 modules. Okay, so my modules are created, and I can go on later and add files. That can be done at a later time when I have those materials ready. So right now, I'm going to go back to my Google Drive, and I'm going to create a new slideshow. And just like before, we want to change the layout, or we can get rid of the text boxes. Again, it's your preference. It doesn't really matter. Whatever makes it easier for you. We don't want these boxes to be 10 by 5 and whatever. We want these boxes to be a lot smaller because we're going to be creating buttons now. These buttons are going to go into Canvas. And what I found from from a video that I watched was a perfect size was 400 by 400. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to go in and we're going to go to File, Page Setup. Okay, so we're going to change this and we're going to customize it. Rather than inches, we're actually going to do pixels. And we're going to create 400 by 400 pixels. And I did this on my other module that I've already published and worked on. And when I did 400 by 400, and also from the other video I watched, 400 by 400, I was able to have 2 buttons side by side, and it worked out perfectly. Also, with that in mind, if you want to create a banner, 800 by 200 is a perfect size for a banner. You can also make, I think I've heard you can make it 1,000 by 400 as well. But I made mine 800 by 200 and it worked out really good too. I can make a tutorial on that as well later. But for now, 400 by 400 pixels is a great size for a button. We can click apply. And what I'm going to do is you can create it however you'd like. You can insert an image from the web. You can insert an image from your drive. You can insert a shape. You can insert whatever you'd like. Create it however you want. Be as creative as you want. I'm just going to search the web for now. And I'm just going to search button. If it doesn't erase all my text. So let's see. I just want... Oh, and a good piece of advice, try to get things that are transparent, both with your Bitmoji classroom and with your buttons, because then that way you can see through it. Especially for your Bitmoji classroom, you want things to be transparent so you can see the background. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing when you're choosing your images. And I'm just going to choose. Okay, and I'm going to make it the size of my box here. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate it 4 times. And then I'm going to put some text over it because I just want these buttons for now. We're just going to create some quick buttons to show you how this is going to look. Okay, so again, I want reading. And I want a font that I like. Let's choose this. So you're going to go through, add your text to all your buttons. And I'm just going to do my reading, writing, math, and let's do phonics. I'll leave the science and social studies. Oh, no, let's add the science and social studies. And for this one, I'm going to make my text a lot smaller because I want to be able to fit more on there. Okay, so now I have these buttons saved. In order for me to get them to my module, or in order to get them over here, I need to, where am I? Here. Okay, I need to go to File, Download, you can do a JPEG or a PNG. It doesn't matter which one you do. I like to do JPEG personally. It'll usually go to your downloads, and depending on what device you're using, I'm using a Chromebook, so mine will go to my main drive. So whatever you're using, so I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to download each one. JPEG, file, download JPEG, file, download JPEG, and then file, download JPEG. Okay. First, I'm going to show them in folder, so then that way I can move them over to my Canvas folder. So I have all of them right here. Again, I'm on a Chromebook, so mine are going straight to my main drive because I'm on a Chromebook, and I'm going to drag them into my Canvas folder. Okay, so now they're in my Canvas folder, and I'm going to go back to my Canvas modules. Okay, so I'm going to go into my pages, and I'm just going to show you how this works on the home page. Okay, I'm going to edit this. Okay, and I'm going to go down, press my space bar a couple times and go down. Okay, so in order to insert those images, I'm going to click on the image button here, and I'm going to upload an image. Upload image. And first, I'm going to upload my phonics. it. So when you upload your buttons, you're going to go into your image options, and where it says alt text right here, I suggest it's very important to describe the image. This is for the accessibility reader for those students that need the text read out loud to them. So for example, this is my phonics button, so I'm going to name it phonics button. So then that way a student can hear that it's a phonics button. And I'm going to embed the image and done. Okay. Now, when I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to link it. You can do external links. So that's like if I wanted to link it to my school website, I could do that with the external links. If I wanted to link it to something within Canvas, that's the course links. So here, I want to link it to a module. So I'm going to link it to my phonics module. So now I have a button that links to my phonics module. Okay, so you would go through and do that with each of your buttons. I'm just going to show it with one more, and then I'm going to show how to make sure that it's on so that your students can see it as well. Okay, so again, image options. I'm going to name this reading button. Done. And I don't know why it says link options. Course links, modules, and then that one would be linked to my reading. That was weird. This one's linked to my phonics. Okay, so now they're both linked. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to save it. So right now you can see both of my buttons. So save it. Okay, I have this published. It's ready to go. And then make sure you go into your settings. Oh no, files. Sorry. Make sure you go into your files. And make sure that your images are published. Okay? Because if they're not published, then they won't show up for your students. So now, in order to make sure that everything's working for your students, you can publish your site. Or you can leave it unpublished. It doesn't really matter. And then you can go into your student view. And then you can see how it looks for your students. So now I can see that my students see my Bitmoji classroom. They can see my phonics and reading buttons, and they can click on the different links. So again, they can click on that video that goes to the ABC video. They can click on my reading button that takes them to the reading module. Oh, also make sure, oops, I'm going to leave the student view. Make sure when you link things, this was another thing I forgot to say. See how the eye right here is not showing? It says no content and it's not visible to students. Okay, so right here, remember how I said on the files you need to publish? The same with the modules. That was one step I forgot. So make sure you publish everything you want your students to see. So right now I have reading and I have phonics buttons on my homepage. So now if I go back, if I go to student view, student view. No, sorry, leave. student view. I said then I can go into reading. And it will take me to my modules. And right now you can see that there's only reading and phonics showing because my other modules are not published. They're not showing yet. But once they are published, they will show up as well. And once you start loading content in there, it will be a lot longer. So when you have those buttons, it will be helpful to take them directly to where they need to go. Okay, so I hope this video helps. Let me know if you have any questions.